The fantastic update to Warzone, integrating it with Modern Warfare 3, looks amazing, feels amazing, but does it sound amazing? Well, we're going to improve that final part right here today with the best audio settings. And we start, of course, with the audio mix. Now, testing these settings since the start of Modern Warfare 3, and then again today, it does appear that headphone bass boost is still the winner for Warzone. And of course, when I say best audio setting, I actually mean to hear footsteps. Actually, the complete best setting is actually probably something like home theater. This just has a huge range of equalization, giving like a rich and deep feeling to the audio. And whilst that's great, sometimes that depth allows us to not hear footsteps, which is why I'm recommending bass boost, since footsteps appear to register in those lower frequencies which are being boosted with this setting. Then in terms of the breakdown of the different volume settings, I've got master volume on 70. Now for most players they use headsets, and you can alter your master volume on your headset anyway, but by putting it on 70 here and not all the way up to 100, it means that we don't have the risk of having distortion when it's a little bit too high. Then as we come down to gameplay music volume, I've got mine on 10. Now really, to be super competitive, you could go on 0 here, but occasionally I do like to hear some of that music kicking in, but only at low volumes. It can just make the game feel a little bit less stale. Then for dialogue volume, I've turned this down to 70. So of course operators do shout important things, whether it's your own team or the enemy. So you do want to hear it, but you don't want it to be too loud. Effects volume, now this is things like footsteps and doors bashing open, so 100 is perfect. For voice chat volume, that's completely up to you, mine's on 50. And then cinematics, again, if you're going to be super competitive, you can go down to 0 here. But sometimes I kind of like those theatrical noises to get the heart pumping. But again, I haven't put it too loud that it overrides things like footsteps. Then as we come down the list here, we have proximity chat, so that's still available this year, and it was a hell of a lot of fun when it first came out. But just from a tactical point of view, it kind of gives your position away. So you can just switch it off altogether, which I would recommend if you do play in-game cross-generation, say for example between Xbox and PlayStation, and you can only communicate in-game chat. But if you're in party chat or talking on Discord, or just playing as a solo, I do recommend switching it on, because then it's other people who are giving their position away. If you are playing with proximity chat on, this setting here, open mic sensitivity, is even more important. So this refers to how easily your microphone picks up sound. So if you find when you're playing in the game and you see your own name come up at the side of the screen as if you're talking but you're not, there's a chance you need to alter this setting. Specifically, you'll want to turn this up a little bit. And it may only be that you're breathing slightly, or maybe you've got a PC fan whirring in the background, but it can give your position away. For mono audio, switch this off. As the description says here, it merges the left and right audio channels into one, and we definitely don't want that, because we want to hear the direction of where gunfire is coming from, or where footsteps are coming from. For reduced tinnitus sound, I recommend switching this on, because why wouldn't you want that? And then finally, for hit marker sound effects, I recommend putting this to none. And I know it's a shame, I would actually prefer the classic sounds, but sometimes what happens when you have so many different sounds and audio tracks is that they just end up competing with each other. So if there's an airstrike coming in, your teammates talking on the mic, maybe there's some subtle footsteps behind you, and on top of that you've got the classical noise of hit markers when you're shooting someone, you're gonna miss something. So that's everything for this video, but I do hope you'll join me in these settings videos so we can master them, ready for the next year of Warzone.